everyone. My name is Anuja, and I welcome you to today's session. You are our fantastically enthusiastic YouTube community, and we really appreciate your commitment towards the exam. So, today's video is going to be extremely helpful for anyone who is writing CLAT 2023 because today I'll be discussing the complete strategy for English. What do you need to do? How do you go about it? What is the destination? What's the journey going to be like? What are the mistakes that you might make? So I've been teaching for a long time now. It's been close to a decade, and I have taught thousands of students. I've understood that English is one pain point. If you're good at it, of course you're good at it, but if you are not, then it takes patience, it takes consistency, it takes a lot of self-belief to walk the talk, right? So you have to make sure that we are in April, and for the next 6 to 7 months, the time that we have till our exam, you remain absolutely committed. Okay, you know that we are here to help, but a lot of commitment comes from your dream, the dream that you see every day. So let's get started. Of course, there is so much to do and so little time, but worry not, we'll guide you how you can go about it. So first we'll understand the weightage of English language in different entrances. You may not be writing all the entrances, but I included every exam for the sake of complete information. So CLAT, as we know, for the past 2 years, has been giving you 30 questions in the English section. They said that they could give anywhere between 28 to 32, but they have been giving 30 reading comprehension questions divided into 6 passages, 5 questions per passage. ALET has recently said that they're increasing the weightage of English from 35 questions, it will be 50 questions, kind of a big deal. Exams like MHCET, NMLAT for Narsi Manji, Cooley for Bangalore University, Christ University, Bangalore, may have a different fate because of the recent announcement of CUET. But let me tell you how it has happened so far. These exams had 30 questions, 30 easy questions in English section. SLAT last year, due to the pandemic, reduced the number of questions and gave you only 12 questions in the reading comprehension section, and LSAT, which is your entryway to OP Jindal and other such great private universities, gave you 24 questions of reading comprehension. They were less about reading and more about critical reasoning. And I hope you have taken note so that you know what comes in which examination. This is just a number. I have to tell you what exactly comes. So let's go further and talk about the syllabus and list of the topics. Now, students, I know you really want to have a defined syllabus, a dedicated book that someone can tell you, okay, do this and you'll be through. But my dear students, I am so sorry, there is no such one particular book. You have to develop yourself, your language in order to be able to clear such exams. Because if I talk about the first section, which is RC, reading comprehension, they can give you anything to read, anything under the sun. If I talk about vocabulary, they may give you any word. Of course, they'll not give you any rare word, but out of the high frequency words, they could give you anything. And when it comes to grammar, they want to ask you if you know the basic usage of parts of speech, figures of speech. So these are the three broad topics. Now, there are several question types. We'll talk about them soon, but no clearly defined syllabus. This is where English in school gets very different from English in CLAT. Let's discuss the way of asking questions in different entrances. As you can see, I have created 2 categories here. So the exams like CLAT, SLAT, or LSAT, they only ask you one question type, which is reading comprehension. But students, if you think of reading comprehension as a strong house, remember that the plinth, the foundation is going to be vocabulary, because you can't read unless you understand words. Okay, so that is intrinsically important to RC solving. But if you think of an exam like ALET, they are way more than RC. For checking your reading comprehension, they may give you parajumbles, summary questions. They also give you closed test, quite an intrinsic part, important part. We see it every year in ALET. They give you phrasal verbs, prepositional collocations, they can give you grammar questions. So in other exams like MHCT, you do get questions of all the types. For vocabulary, you may get synonym, antonym, spellings, fill in the blanks, analogy. For grammar, you may get spotting the error, phrase replacement, any question type. But the basic idea remains the same. They want to check if you can read, if you know words, and if you know the basics of grammar. Now that you know about these exams and what is asked in these exams, let's go forward and talk about the sources of study material. Now, if you are a legal ed student, it's sorted for you. The material that we send you is more than enough to cover because it is comprehensive, it has everything. But if you want to go beyond it, then what else? So for vocabulary, if you want to learn words through etymological method, their origin, you can go for word par made easy. That's always a favorite with students. It's by Norman Lewis. If you want a simpler book, go for English is Easy. It has simple RCs, simple grammar, and simple vocab. English is Easy by Chetanand Singh. If you want to practice more RCs, you could go for Proficiency in Reading Comprehension by Ajay Singh, a book by Arihant Publication. Okay, any other publication is also fine. Maybe Pearson, TMH, anything which is reputable. Okay, so those are the sources that you need to keep in mind. But students, these sources are for solving questions. Along with this, you need sources for improving your language, right? You need that. If you want to improve your language, what will you do? You will read, you will listen to some good TED Talks or podcasts, you will speak up whenever you get a chance, you will write whenever you think there is something that you want to write. And even if you don't feel like there is something you want to write, but for the sake of practice, especially practicing grammar, write. Okay? What to do daily or alternate to prepare this subject. So I am suggesting a 2-hour model here, which can be divided into 4 slots of 30 minutes if you have less time. You can start your day with 30 minutes editorial reading. I think that is going to be a great way to start your day. You can pick up the Hindu or the Indian Express. If you don't have time to read the whole newspaper, just read the editorial section from which CLAT test makers have been picking passages. Another 30 minutes should be dedicated to vocabulary building, wherein we pick up any source, the sources that I have just mentioned, and we focus a lot on understanding words. Now, you may be able to do 10 words, 15 words, or 20 words, but understand that here quality is way more important than quantity. Out of sight, out of mind. So, revision is also very important. Make your notes super interesting. Use vocabulary.com if you need to. Solve RCs for 30 minutes every day. RCs is that make or break deal, and that is why you cannot avoid solving RCs. So please go for these. You can easily do 3 to 4 RCs in 30 minutes. And an RC solved but not analyzed is an RC wasted, isn't it? And I don't want you to waste RCs. They are in short supply, great demand. Grammar, practice any topic which you have recently read or has happened in your class. This is especially important if you're preparing for ALET because ALET has been pretty serious about checking your grammar, not just the superficial knowledge, but the whole deal. So this is your daily schedule. What have we discussed so far? We have understood what all exams are there, what all do they ask, how do you prepare for it, what are the sources, what should you do on a daily basis. I hope this gives you a fair idea of what to do. If you have any further questions, you know we are here to help. How to connect with us, please let us know. But remember, this journey is going to be a very fulfilling one, a very useful one, but you need to have patience. You need to show discipline. It takes time. Do not expect that I'll learn all the words in 1 month. You can't. You possibly cannot. So start today, use all the resources that I have told you, and I'm very sure that you will improve. Thank you so much for being wonderful today. I'm going to see you soon again. Bye bye.